Hello everyone. We're here. We are here at the end of February, and let's see what kind of fireworks are going to be out there today. I'm a little concerned about the South Pacific, but it is what it is, and I've just decided to fight it out, I guess. I know the alternative is to let it play out and come back in 43/44, and that's probably what's going to happen anyway, because I'm probably going to lose a lot by trying to hold my own. But I'm not going to give some of this stuff up without a fight. Maybe it's a mistake, but hopefully, if it is a mistake, I will learn from it and be better next time. So you're seeing some of this stuff retreating from enemy surface, and I thought that might happen. So I have that's why I put my carriers in a position to hit his surface ships. So here goes. Okay. So I predicted that would happen. I'm hoping. I don't know what this one is. What's here? Oh, our PGs. And this row 60 is uh, really on fire. That's deep water, so maybe it did get away. So he's probably going to bombard or was going to. Mm. So his carriers are out there west of Numea. Hmm. There's a lot of things that I'm kind of intrigued by here. Okay. So the naval phase is over, it looks like. Now I didn't sweep here because I uh I the sweep last turn did not do anything. So let's get through this. Only 10 of our bombers made it through. Okay. We got beat up here, but we did disable 3 squads, and he has some more zeros in cap here. Okay. Yeah, these marauders are hard to replace, so I'll probably consolidate them. I don't know, I'll figure something out. Hmm. Okay. Uh, yeah, this turn isn't what I was hoping it would be. But I bet he's dropping more reinforcements at Kumak. And he's going to know where my carriers are because they're right here, and I hope they're going to launch. Yep. Okay. So the hope here, I'm not going to sink any of these. The hope here, because I don't have my carriers close enough on purpose, I didn't want his bombers to reach my carriers. The hope here is to send his battleships back for repairs. Does he even need to? Maybe not, because the damage, well, first of all, I'm not even hitting anything for some reason, but the damage isn't much right now. I'm sure it's just surface damage. See, bomb hits 3 and 2. Yeah. All right, hit a gun mount. Okay, another gun mount, although it looked like a smaller gun mount. Man, to think I almost moved my carriers over out of the where they wouldn't have been in range. So 4 more bomb hits on the Issei and 1 bomb hit on the Yamashiro. These guys are not doing very much. I'm disappointed. Oh, I just realized my B-17s didn't fly. Okay. More bombing over Balikpapan. Oof. All right, so he's doing a port strike now. So that's not going to be good for me. All right, taking out some of his planes on the island here. I'm not now. Well, this may not mean anything, but I'm not seeing any ships at port here. So, but we knocked out a Mavis on the ground. Partial cloud, come on, do something this time. Okay, a couple of non-combat squads disabled. Okay. I have a feeling these 3 zeros are going to last a long time, so I'm just going to push through here. Okay, the Fuso got a hit. Another hit, I think that's 2. Another hit on the Issei. More losses to gun mounts. So the Issei is on fire. The Fuso took a couple of hits and the Yamashiro won. Okay. More Dauntlesses. Ooh, 36 centimeter. I think I'm hitting the big guns. So if nothing else, I'm not sinking this thing, but the Issei is going to be out of action for a while, and hopefully the Yamashiro as well, but, well, not if I can't hit it. Okay. Yeah, why not go for a destroyer? Okay, another gun. Some more hits here on the Yamashiro. Okay, I really think this battleship group was coming in to hit Noumea, but it didn't work out because, because he had to fight some guys to get into the port, he didn't get off his bombardment. It's just 100% a guess. Okay, so all three are on fire now. Like I say, I don't even doubt. There's no doubt in my mind these are okay. Should I have gotten closer for my torpedo bombers? Maybe one could argue that, but um, but I'd rather be safe than sorry, and these guys can at least do some damage for now. Okay. So yeah, these fires obscure the battleships and probably mean that these planes are diverted to hit these destroyers, and that's why they're hitting those more. We're getting some good recon on the island, I think, and it looks like our bombardment won't happen until tomorrow. Okay, nothing doing here. Oh, they did get in bombard. Ugh. Okay, here we go. Let's take it. Let's take it. See all this? That just hurts. It's a gut punch. Okay. Good guy in. So, deliberate attack. They've reduced it to 0 fortifications. We're holding. That's not going to be good for holding that. Not much longer, I should say. This is silly right here. Let's get over with. So, I guess they're gonna fight until the last guy dies? I don't understand. And now we're bombarding back, retaliatory bombardment. We do have another field artillery that rolled in. It's going to be in move mode, so I don't think that's going to come into play here. So, all right. Oh, that sucked so bad. He got the better of me here. I hit 3 battleships severely, but I'm going to have to recover all my aircraft too, so. Hmm. I'll have to process this turn. I'll talk about it for a few minutes and then I'm going to have to get off and think about all my options and make some decisions and some. Anyway, we'll get it. We'll figure it out, right? Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so first of all, it is now March 1, okay? And a lot of shit hit the fan. So, pardon my French. Uh, so this is going to stay here and just keep this pinned down, keep this island pinned down. Okay, they're going to bombard. This carrier group is chasing somebody and is not finding it. Do I want to waste effort? Kinda. uh, I mean, do I have to go all the way to Japan to find that you task force? No, this is pointless. I'll just backtrack. All right, let's let's keep this, but surge, but say reset arc. We'll allow 40% to be looking, and you're gonna target midway. Okay. Do ground attack for this one. All right. Keep keep the disruption on these troops, because the goal is to get these guys in action. So I don't think I have enough, but if I beat these guys up enough, then when I come in with my ground troops, he'll probably be ready to. They may be done, but we'll see. I will certainly be keeping an eye out for, and for that matter, I got to keep an eye out for KB coming this way. I don't even know where it is. I don't think it's here. Well, nope, it is. Okay, so we know where KB is. He's under severe storm, so I don't know that I don't see him keeping his battleship group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Uh, he's basically he's cut me off. If I try to come back to Sydney, he can come this way. If he wants to look, there's absolutely no reason for him not to come down further into this area. I mean, there's a lot of ships to sink with bombers and our carriers. I'm going to have to go this way because there's no way. I mean, I guess I could go try to shadow these battleships as they leave, but if he comes around the island like this and I come up, then that's going to be epic too. So I feel like I can't take any chances. He's moving west, so I don't know if he's going to do a raid on Brisbane or something. Or again, if it's just part of the movement path and it's just a hex over like that, and that's west. But I feel like he's going to come back and escort these guys back. It's just a hunch. And Let's look at the losses here. This is not going to be pretty, I'm sure. So we didn't lose as well. 21 destroyed on the airfield. I thought that was a 2 at first. Okay, so we lost too many planes, way too many planes for my taste. He did lose 9, but we lost way more than that. Let's look at Allied 33. So 10 Warhawks, 1 air-to-air. So 6 air-to-air B-26s and 4 ground. So right there, that's 14. And then we lost some Airacrobras and B-17s due to his bombardment. And a naval search plane and Banshee. So when I was looking at the turn and trying to decide what I was going to do, I was going to bring my carriers here and be in a position to come back up when I learned where he was going. But I had this, all of a sudden, I had this hunch, this sneaking suspicion that he was coming to Noumea and going to bombard it. It just was a hunch, but I decided, let me come here and be in range to bomb it. Because then if he does come here, we can make him think twice about it. And it looks like that's exactly what he did. So, I need to get to cover this gap here with submarines if I can. I'll look at all my options. Because as he retreats, it wouldn't hurt to put a torpedo into one of these things. Okay. So, but now I'm stuck. If I sit here, I mean, does he come here, assuming I'm still here, and then I stay here and he sinks my carriers? Does he assume I'm going to go move them and then he moves them? He anticipates my move, I move, and he moves, and then he sinks them. If he anticipates my move and moves here and I stay here, do I survive? I feel like I have to keep moving. Maybe even head south for a bit, just little ways. I honestly, like I said, I'll have to think about this. But to look at our base, it's beat up, 45 damage each. It's not going to be used for a while because it's wrecked. But we have 80 fighters still, and I can feed more fighters into here. So I'm okay there. I still have 23 dive bombers. That's a threat to his ships. I may withdraw my level bombers for now and bring them back when the base is repaired. But all told, I think it's not too bad. Listen, do I want to lose anything? No. But will I survive? Well, I certainly hope so. Okay. So back to this. I want to look at Japanese. So he lost 7 zeros. Now, the biggest thing here, in my opinion, are the pilots. So if I can keep this up, the ratio wasn't that good. If we talk about air to air, it wasn't bad. We lost 1 Warhawk to 5 zeros. Now, the main thing is the zeros fought the Marauders. That's probably what most of this is. And then 2 ops probably back on landing. That's where we're going to do the most damage is really attrition to his pilots. And, oops. So let's take a look again. So 1 Nate to ops, 1 Mavis to ground. That was midway. 1 Dave to flak. And that was it. So, in my opinion, terrible, but it is what it is. And I wouldn't have changed the thing because I didn't know my B-17s weren't going to fly. If I knew that, I would have evacuated them. But I assumed they were going to hit Kumak. But anyway, so I'm disappointed in this whole operation, honestly. And he's reinforcing this, so am I. And for that matter, let me get in here and switch this. Where are we? Okay, just take a second. Okay, bombard. Okay, so I mean 12105s. That's not, it's not epic or anything. It's just to make sure. Let's just do this, and whoever can bombard will. But we do have another regiment coming. He should arrive next turn. It'll be helpful. And we unloaded more, but did we unload everybody? Let's see. Here's our transports. They will go to Sydney. In fact, yeah, I'll look at all this stuff because that's not exactly where how I want them to get there. In fact, these guys are still sitting here like, doo. This is nuts. I'm going to evacuate all this stuff because who knows if he's going to have them on surface and beat these guys up for a turn or bomb them. So I'm going to like basically head everybody this way. The people that are the ships, I should say, that are kind of already over here, depending on where they're headed, I'll probably bring them back this way. But ships that are over on this side, I'm going to go this way, get out of the path of. If he moves this way, they won't make it out of range. But if he moves back or stays here, they'll get out of his way. This is going to take a minute for me to evaluate. I just wanted to talk about it for a second. I might not have talked enough about it, but also here's the cool thing too. First of all, we have a ton of supplies, no pun intended, and let's see, 189 engineers, 65 engineer vehicles. This should be repaired in no time. Okay, so I think we're going to be okay, and we have a lot of aviation support to get these planes repaired. Again, how does that look in practice? I'm not sure, but um, hey, we got an aviation force here, or an aviation base here. Uh, Aviation base force. Okay, so that's going to bump us up to 197. Now we can feed some of these fighters that are they overstacked? Yeah. These fighters that are overstacking here at Sydney, we can feed them into Brisbane, which if his carriers are coming this way, I think I'm going to want anyway. So that's great. His battleships have to be moving on. Okay, speaking of ships, let's look at top pilots. We lost 4 killed, okay, and 5 wounded. So here, sad to see any of our pilots lost because we're working hard to get them trained up and they're valuable as assets, not to mention uh, electronic people. Okay, so ones and zeros, I guess. um what was I going to look at? Okay, ship sunk. Anybody sunk this last turn? Okay, all of them are ours. New Zealand lost a couple, and the U.S. Navy lost their patrol gunboats. Okay. So when they came up here to bombard, they must have just fled because they were here at Noumea instead of bombarding here. That's fine. They slowed up the battleships here from bombarding, hopefully. I mean, I don't know the mechanics there. If they kind of, again, it didn't shut them down, but maybe threw them off to cause them to not get to it as quickly as they otherwise would have. Let's see. Can we get it to Cooktown? I think I can rail it to Cooktown, but I don't want to. No, I can't even do that. But that's fine because what I want to do is go to Cairns, and from there, I think one more hop to Cooktown. And let's see, are these repaired? Okay, repaired. So, well, So let's jump down to Tennant Creek. Okay. So we're going to keep shuffling this way. And we do have another um, base force with aviation support here. So what I'm going to do is when this base force is up and running, I'm going to bring these Banshees over here and watch out over this sea because I'm tired of these ships having free reign here. In fact, um, I might roll the dice and uh, bring them over anyway. Actually, yeah, I might bring over. I mean, I could always divide this up and bring a small group over here, try to sink this AK. Um, okay, I'll think about that. But here we're building up the east coast of Australia. So here's my goal. My goal is to hold this as long as possible. Okay, so it's starting to not feel viable. He just has too much stuff. Now, one thing that I have that he might have forgotten or not noticed are these battleships sitting here, Warspite in Colorado. Um, Shortly, I will be bringing them out and put them in Numanis. So if he comes out again to do this again, maybe we can have a good old epic surface fight. And everyone talks about the comeback in 43 44 when you have plenty of stuff. Well, if we're going to have plenty of stuff, maybe we try to do as much as we can now to slow the advance, and then as we continue to get that quote unquote plenty of stuff coming in, and then be hopefully in a have a smaller perimeter that we have to attack than a huge umbrella. So right now, for example, we have Japanese bases all the way to Baker Island, and then of course down here in the Solomon Islands, and all the way now Kumak. But we're he hasn't rounded the corner, but he is at Milne Bay, and then northern New Guinea. But look, the East Indies haven't hardly been. I mean, this part, Java, I guess Borneo, and of course we lost Tarakan and some other things. I guess my point is we're here at the end in March, and most of the Indies are still in our hands now. Now, historically, is he still further along? I actually don't know like the timelines. I do know he's further along in Philippines because Bataan hadn't fallen this early in real life. But also Singapore lasted longer than was expected, and Burma hasn't been attacked, but I think historically that wasn't necessarily rushed either. So, and I believe he's making better than historical progress in China because my understanding is that once Pearl Harbor happened and everybody was I mean all of the attacks were in the south well in the Indies, Philippines, and then the Pacific, Central and South Pacific, all that stuff changed the Japanese strategy from conquering or offenses in China. So maybe, so the fact that he made moves and advances into China means that he's, even if they aren't extreme advances, means that he's ahead of historical. But these guys, I don't. I mean, I want to hail them as heroes. I think that's amazing, but it's nuts. I don't get it. I just don't get it. But we'll keep feeding them supplies until they're gone. and we thank them for their service. But that's it. There's not a lot to show in this theater right here, not yet. I know that's coming, especially now that Philippines are secure, freeing up a lot of units to go hog wild in Java, particularly probably. Uh, so so that's that. I'll be looking at some things as we enter the new month. I'll be, of course, paying attention to the things that are important in the South Pacific, Australia, wherever, probably everywhere, just about, and uh, revisit all my training squadrons, see if there's anything needs to be looked at there. And of course, always checking group withdrawal. We've got plenty of time before the next one. Any ship withdrawal coming up? I believe we have. Oops, I meant to do days. So, the Queen Elizabeth, we've got a month and a half. So, yeah. So I'll be looking around for what like seems to stand out, as well as my monthly review of things, and then I'll send him the turn, and I'll revisit. Oh, Moonlight is 100%. Just noticed that. So we'll come back and revisit what we want to do. I mean, the resolution of this next time. So until then, thanks for joining me. I hope it was hope it was more enjoyable for you than for me, and enjoy the rest of your day, whatever you may be doing, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.